You're watching TVC Breakfast, and it's time now to look at the stories making headlines in the papers this Monday. We start off with the This Day newspaper. The lead story there is captioned, President Tinubu suspends cybersecurity levy to prevent overburdening Nigerians. And there have been reactions. The paper captures some of them. KPMG says idea ill-timed under current economic realities. Okonjo-Iweala urges federal government to streamline taxes, and CSOs want courts to stop implementation. Up above the masthead is this headline reading that Presidential Committee proposes exemption of 95% of informal sector from taxes, saying those earning 25 million and less are due for tax exemption, as well as the position that tax reform proposal to reach National Assembly by the third quarter of the year. FG also to introduce spending borrowing taxes by the end of the year. And still on a controversial issue, electricity tariff hike, labor pickets, the NERC disco offices nationwide today. That's also been reflected on the front page of This Day. On the front page of the Daily Times, FG working to provide tax relief to 95% of informal sector. Vice President Shitta also quoted as saying Tinubu government not out to frustrate any sector of the economy. All right. Okonjo-Iweala wants more women in leadership positions, harps on need for Nigeria to continue to diversify her economy. NAFDAC busts illegal alcohol factory in Lagos to prosecute operators. And Obasanjo tells Governor Adeleke of Osun State, "You're my dancing partner." Blueprint is next. FG moves 95% tax exemption for informal sector, aims to repeal multiple taxes, achieve single digits, targets middle class elite to improve collection and efficiency. How we rescued 14 Kogi varsity students, that's according to the police. Details are in the blueprint. Reps sit Tuesday over fate of Nigerian professors and others jailed in Cameroon. Rivers crisis still in the news. Destroy assembly structures at your own peril. Elders warn Governor Fubara. With Chinda says the National Assembly is to take a position soon. Presidency also explains Tinubu's neutrality. Right. Prince Harry, Meghan fly air peace to Lagos. JTF uncovers 50 illegal refineries in Bayelsa State. Let's check our national economy now. The lead story is captioned, failed transactions, bank customers' frustration persists despite surge in e-payment transactions. Nigeria records 234 trillion naira e-payments transactions in first quarter of the year. Cases of failed bank transactions rise by over 60%. Leveraging infrastructure sharing to cut Nigeria's telecom expenses. CAC, Corporate Affairs Commission, sets July the 7th deadline for POS operators registration. FG Cash Transfer Program Limited in impact. That's coming from the World Bank. And talking about the World Bank, looking at Platform Times now, the World Bank blacklists 62 Nigerian companies, individuals, over corruption. That's on Platform Times. Right. Anambra government warns, threatens errant filling stations over price hikes and product adulteration. Underage fraudsters obtain bank accounts and driving licenses, says EFCC. NDLEA foils massive drug trafficking operation, intercepts 3 trailer loads, arrests suspects. Mother of 5 convicted for forging late Abba Kyari's signature. And man arrested for posting his own daughter's nude pictures on social media. Let's see Daily Independent. Lagos Airport incident in the news. Aviation experts query runway derubberization maintenance system. Incidents not connected to runway maintenance. That's according to the agency, one of the agencies in charge fan. People standing trial are dining with judges. CJN Robert Clark says Tinubu won't take sides in Rivers political crisis, says presidency. And police confirm rescue of 14 abducted Kogi varsity students. Finally, with me is New Telegraph, still on the Rivers crisis, initiating impeachment proceedings against Fubara. Risky, says Professor Sage. Tinubu will not support attempts to frustrate operations of the Rivers government. And still on the cybersecurity levy, despite the suspension by the president, Agbakoba, legal luminary, Sarah Budget, others to sue NAS, FGCBN. Proposed action will compound economic woes that's from a cross-section of lawyers, policy targets, financial institutions, telecoms, not individuals, Senator Buba says. There's a study captured on the front page of New Telegraph saying ultra-processed foods can shorten lifespan. Shetima is quoted here saying some ministers do not believe in Tinubu's renewed hope agenda as he talks about policies that define the president's 1 year in office this May. And FG detects 1.52 trillion naira worth of capital project padding. All right, over to you, Ibrahim.
Right, the first with me here is Salient Times with a screaming headline, FAAC, we can't continue using Bielsa money to develop other states. That's according to Diri. Man who received first ever pig kidney transplant dies 2 months after surgery. Court convicts mother of 5 for forging late Abakari's signature. Labour to picket NERC discos offices today, Monday, over electricity tariff hike. Men in military camouflage invade Cross River community, kill 5, rape women. Military uncovers over 50 illegal refineries in Bielsa Forest. And also above the masthead, we have some abducted students have been rescued, as according to Kogi government. Expedite action on burial. Family of late Akikumi national flag designer begs federal government. Oyo. Police arrest father of 4-year-old girl used for adult content in Edo State. Next is the Nation newspaper. EFCC to join forces with UK prosecutors in Diziani's case. Anti-graft agency seeks access to ex-minister's assets. Others. Rivers government, lawmakers flex muscles over assembly quarters. Above the masthead, we have cybersecurity levy, why implementation can't take off. Commissioners battle chairman at Federal Character Commission. Pressure mounts on debtors to repay 450 billion naira federal government loans. Nigeria complex but easy to govern, says Obasanjo. On the bottom strip, panel okays tax exemption for informal sector. Next is This Nigeria. 615,000 naira minimum wage will aggravate inflation, lead to job losses. Experts caution labor. State governments may not be able to pay. Ask for downward review of lawmakers and political appointees' salaries. Rivers crisis. Fubara can't change sitting venue of House of Assembly. Falana, senior advocate of Nigeria, as leaders tell governor not to tamper with assembly quarters. On the air of the newspaper, 10.8 million naira worth of petrol en route. Cameroon intercepted by customs in Adamawa. Cybersecurity levy. Why Tinubu stopped implementation of CBN policy. It's obnoxious, unlawful, say advocacy groups. Drag federal government to court. And next is Daily Trust. Tenants groan as Abuja landlords increase rent. Property owners blame high cost of building materials. Developers seek signing of real estate bill. 14 abducted Kogi varsity students rescued. As according to police, troops dislodge terrorists, seize weapons in Taraba. Tinubu won't allow anyone frustrate Rivers government presidency. Stakeholders unite against out-of-school children menace in Northeast. 3 die, 21 injured in Ogun, multiple road crashes, and contractors kick as Abuja malfunctioning street lights raise dust. Next is Leadership newspaper. President, despite 10.01 billion naira budget, Presidency, Army, 33 MDAs still owe electricity bills. Situation increasing debt stock, fiscal deficits. Electricity payment ranks as first line charge. Labor pickets NERC discos over tariff hike today. Security agents rescue 31 students, passengers in Kogi, Katsina. Freight operations begin on Lagos-Kano rail line in June. Federal government raising tax exemption threshold above 25 million naira turnover. That's according to Udele. Error bombing, life returns to Tundunbiri. Tinubu won't take sides and Rivers crisis. That's according to the presidency. Next is the Punch newspaper. Electricity tariff hike. Labour demands reversal as protests begin today. NLC, TOC, others to picket NERC office. Discos in 36 states. Bank chiefs obtain 549 billion naira insider loans in 5 years. Stop electricity subsidy, IMF tells federal government. Don't stop dancing, but govern well, Obasanjo advises Adeleke. Man arrested for exposing 4-year-old sensitive parts online. NDLEA holds suspect with 3 trucks of codeine pills. Above the masthead, National Assembly gets new tax reports September. National State Assemblies to spend 724 billion naira in 2024. Rivers Assembly, Fubara, pro-Wike lawmakers clash over relocation. Next is the Abuja Inquirer. 10 times in 12 days, AEDC failed to provide power. Blames technical faults, inclement weather. Resident slam coy warns new owners. Abuja school, family settled to immortalize 4-year-old Miguel. Institute 150 million naira endowment fund. Next is the Guardian newspaper. Energy prices soar by 70%, cost manufacturers 290 billion naira in first quarter. You can see the infographics there of the fourth quarter of 2023 versus the first quarter of 2024. Serap Agbakoba, CSOs head to court as federal government quietly withdraws cybersecurity levy. Labour to paralyze power sector over tariff hike. Nigeria is complex but not difficult to govern, says Obasanjo. Withdraw death penalty for drug offences. ASF France tells Senate. Rivers elders caution Fubara against tampering with assembly quarters. Again, gunmen kill 3 policemen. Road safety official in Enugu. Troops bust terrorists' hideouts in Taraba. Seize arms, ammunition. Next is the Vanguard newspaper. Manufacturing export limps as revenue drops 166% to 778 billion naira. World Bank blames poor logistics, weak infrastructure. Serap, budget, others sue CBN over cybersecurity levy. Rivers crisis, Tinubu won't take sides between Wike, Fubara, that's according to presidency. Okwama, Ewu, Delta government residents may clash over villagers' refusal to accept IDP campsite. Why power sector crisis won't end soon by Joe Ajaero, NLC president. And then on the bottom strip, we have NFF to unveil Finidi George today. Next is the Nature News newspaper. Why Agric Ministry delays sharing of CBN fertilizers. Governor Muftuang seeks expert support to boost meat production in Plateau. WHO raises the alarm over foodborne illnesses as Kenyan government observes holiday to honor flood victims. Malaysia adopts orangutan diplomacy for palm oil sales amid allegation of deforestation. Insight on Lagos State 2025 ODF agenda. Fact check. Can coconut husk replace plastic styrofoam coolers? Next is the Nation Sport and Life, which is the last but not least. Proudly Niger, Saka prefers moi moi to Scotch eggs. Says his mom puts fish inside it. Ghana Star has been eating delicacy since he was little. Bochum 0-5 against Leverkusen 5 against Bochum. We have a Boniface scores 13th goal of the season as Bayern go 50 matches unbeaten. Havertz, I'll be Spurs' biggest fan ever. On Tuesday, Arsenal star declares after win over Man United. You can leave, I don't care. Also have Haaland, I don't care about pundits. Mixed emotions for Klopp ahead of final Villa Park trip. And then Mbappe was never interested in Premier League move. That's about it for the newspapers.
All right.
For review this morning.
All right, Ibrahim. So many stories there. They were actually a mouthful. And of course, that's not all. So many stories there this beautiful Monday morning. Among the stories to look out for, the papers have also, talked about that is the planned picketing of disco offices nationwide, as well as the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, this by the labor unions over the increment in the electricity tariff, even though the government has...
Discriminatory increment.
Okay, I see you are taking sides.
No, I'm not taking sides. Discriminatory, actually.
Well, okay, that's
court,
Labour's
that's
Labour's position, and that's what they're standing on, in their justification to go out on. And how many days now? I know it's starting today, but we'll just wait and see how that pans out. And there's still many more court cases still on the issue, whether government will indeed balk to the pressure to either make it, because the issue is all about make it, it shouldn't be for band A, it should be for everyone. So either everyone has, power supply, adequate power supply, or none at all for any category of Nigerians. We'll see how that pans out.
You know what's funny? It's discriminatory in the sense that some will have more power, even though they will pay more. But it's not discriminatory if we all don't have power. No, it's not discriminatory when you pay more, but we all don't have the same power.
We don't have the same power.
It's quite, it's catch-22 some way.
So many interpretations, really.